What would you do if a police officer pulled you over for suspected DUI and started asking questions? Many people believe that if officers don't immediately read Miranda rights, the case automatically disappears. But the reality is far more complex, and understanding your rights could make a huge difference in protecting yourself. Miranda rights are one of the most recognized legal protections in the United States. You've probably heard the familiar phrase, "You have the right to remain silent." These warnings exist to inform people of their constitutional protections during police questioning, including the right not to incriminate themselves and the right to have an attorney present. But when it comes to DUI stops, many drivers misunderstand how Miranda rights actually work. During a typical DUI traffic stop, police officers are conducting an investigation. They may ask questions like where you were coming from, whether you have been drinking, or where you are headed. At this stage, officers are simply gathering information to determine whether a crime may have occurred, because this is considered part of an investigation and not a custodial interrogation. Officers generally do not have to read Miranda rights yet. This surprises many people. Drivers often assume Miranda rights must be read as soon as they are stopped or questioned by police. In reality, those rights are only required when two specific conditions are present. You are in custody, and the police intend to interrogate you. Custody means you are no longer free to leave. Interrogation means officers are asking questions intended to obtain incriminating information. If both of these conditions are met, law enforcement must inform you of your Miranda rights before continuing with questioning. If they fail to do so, statements made during that custodial interrogation may not be admissible in court. However, there's an important detail many people overlook. Even if officers never read Miranda rights, that doesn't mean the charges automatically disappear. Miranda warnings are primarily about whether statements can be used as evidence. Other evidence, such as breath tests, blood tests, field sobriety tests, or officer observations, may still be used to build a DUI case. Another key point is that statements made voluntarily before custody begins can still be used in court. For example, if a driver casually admits they had a few drinks during the initial roadside conversation, that statement may still become part of the evidence because it was given during the investigative phase. This is why understanding your rights is so important. Miranda rights exist to protect individuals from being forced to incriminate themselves. They also ensure that anyone facing questioning in custody has access to legal counsel. The warning typically informs a suspect that they have the right to remain silent, that anything they say can be used against them in court, that they have the right to an attorney, and that an attorney can be appointed if they cannot afford one. Knowing when these rights apply and how they function during a DUI investigation can help drivers make informed decisions during a stressful encounter with law enforcement. Ultimately, Miranda rights are a critical part of the legal system designed to protect constitutional freedoms, but they are often misunderstood, especially in DUI cases where roadside investigations happen before an arrest. Understanding the difference between an investigative stop and a custodial interrogation can make a major difference in how statements are treated in court. Don't leave your defense to chance. Contact a qualified DUI attorney today to learn how your rights and the circumstances of your arrest could impact your case.